Hey, it's Tori, and welcome back to my channel. Alright, we have another single from Lorna. This one is called Glenwood, and there is a big paragraph from Will describing what this song is about in the description of Lorna Shore's video. I'm not going to go too much into that. It is about Will's relationship with his own father and how, they have many fallouts and time had passed by and he finally felt ready to go and face his father and try and rebuild their relationship, and then coming to the realization that, not only does time pass for us, but it also passes for your loved ones, your parents, your grandparents. And, it's kind of been similar with me and my dad. My dad and I struggled a lot when I was in my teens. I was very stubborn, very strong-headed, I know best when I didn't. And my dad is quite stubborn too, and we would just butt heads all of the time. So our relationship was quite strained growing up as a teen. And honestly, looking back now, I got married very, very young. Most of you know this, who are regulars on my channel. And it was kind of a way to escape from what was going on at home, only to then end up with somebody who wasn't right for me, and that ended in tears and divorce and just trauma. So yeah, the older I get, the more I'm trying to build our relationship and be better, but it also is hard because now I live in a completely different country to my dad and to my home country, and he is 4,000 miles away across an ocean, and we do need to get better at video calling and just calling, checking in on each other. It does take two to tango. I'm not gonna lie, that you both have to put effort in. But life happens and it gets in the way sometimes and we just forget. Not that we mean to, but we do. So I feel like I have a somewhat similar connection to Will with this song. I probably gonna end up crying again just because it's just got such a deep meaning behind it. This comes from their album, which is actually out right now. It's called I Feel the Ever Black Festering Within Me. And I am planning on doing a full album reaction for my Patreon. I will get on that as soon as I can. But yeah, I don't know if I'm quite ready for this. Also, with it being a full-on music video, the song is also almost 10 minutes long within itself too. So yeah, without further ado, let's just dive right in and check this song out together. Mm.
Can we go back?
Oh gosh, what an insanely beautiful intro into this. The tone on that guitar and just how calm it is before Will comes in with the "Can we go back?" Because and also the emotion that comes with that first lyric, "Can we go back?" We can't, unfortunately, and all this time passes where we've been angry or upset with somebody, and sometimes maybe it's for a legitimate reason. Other times it's over something stupid and trivial that you as a teen and you weren't fully grown and fully mature just yet that happened, and you have to be able to move past that, because you only get one father, you only get one mother, you only get one maybe if you're lucky you get two sets of grandparents. But yeah, it's heartbreaking to think about. All of these relationships that are strained that shouldn't be just because of stubbornness. Like I said, there are legit reasons why somebody may not necessarily have a relationship with a parent because of narcissism or just they're incredibly toxic. But I'm talking about just trivial things that we as teens may have thought were the biggest things in the world when they're just not at all. I love this intro. It's so gorgeous.
Can we go back?
Oh, that feels like a familiar scene, I'm not gonna lie. Um I really love the way Lorna Shore is able to transition into these really heavy, brutal parts out of that like more melodic, beautiful tone that we got in the beginning. And just hearing Will and hearing the can we go back to how it used to be. I just want to reach for the screen and give him a massive, massive hug. But I'm just that kind of person. If somebody's hurting, I want to be able to help and be able to fix it, but most of the time I can't fix it because it's not my problem. It's not my family. It's not my issue to solve. I can be a listening ear and I can offer my advice, but I need to learn also that I can't fix everything. And I guess maybe that's something with being a Pisces. I am very empathetic. I wear my emotions, my heart on my sleeve. I always have done. And that's why music is such a massive thing for me and it's so important. And delivering messages in this way on personal things that matter to you as the artist, I just love it. I love that he was brave enough to write this for one and then to put it out into the world, because there are going to be so many people who are going to be able to connect to this and relate to it and take a step back and reevaluate things maybe, and it might even save some relationships. Who knows? And the emotion that comes in with the guitar is phenomenal. places that seems tempting. Oh, shrubs, man! Oh my gosh, this video is breaking my heart in two. It's ripping it out and it's throwing it on the ground and just utterly stomping on it. Like, so my parents sat us down when I was about 13. My brother was 12. My sister must have been about, well, like 8, 9, something like that. And they told us they were going to get a divorce. And then the discussion came up of who are we going to live with. But then they had this discussion with us and then never went through with it. So they put us through that trauma and then stayed together. However, they stayed together and it was incredibly toxic. Such a toxic environment to be around. They, you know, if they went out in public with us all, nobody would know anything was wrong. Nobody. Picture perfect. As soon as you got home, separate ways, wouldn't talk to each other unless they were yelling at each other. And so that's part of the reason I wanted to leave as soon as I could leave. And then just, I am a very strong-willed person. And I am, especially as a teen, and I thought in my brain that I was an adult and that what I was thinking was correct when it's bullshit. We all know it's not right. And so me and my dad we would butt heads all the time. And so while I can relate in some way to this video, like my parents didn't split. They have divorced now. They divorced when my sister was, when she moved out, I think, or at like 18. About, yeah, 18, 19. Maybe. When they should have done it the first time they said they did. I'd rather come from a broken home like that, with having, of course not in the sense of this, where his mother just left and I don't know where she went, if she's even in his life anymore, but just having two separate parents at two separate houses. I would have much preferred that growing up than to be in this hell, in this just pit of emotions, of toxicity all the time. And so when I got married stupid young, I shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have. And then I realized I wasn't happy and it was toxic in its own way. I had to get myself out of that because I'd already grown and seen what it had done to our family. I didn't want that to then translate to what I had, you know? But just what Lorna Shore does so incredibly well is they really truly deliver their messages in such force, in such an impactful way, that it really knocks you on your ass. It does. Oh my gosh. Yep. Whatever else. That heaviness on those vocals, Will.
Are we too far gone from where we began? All the time we lost, the years we spent.
key change. I love these like really light vocals here. Oh gosh. Oh wow. 10 years.
This song was more about like just feeling like real and just being human, and I think there's a part of everybody when they like go through hard things and it's just easier to just turn away and just pretend that it's not happening, and you're like, okay, well, I don't like that, so fuck that, I'm not going to deal with it anymore. And I think a part of me was that I wanted to come back here and make sure that no matter what, I didn't have regrets at any point in my life. I'm not like, shit, you know, I wish that I could have gotten closer to you again. Because in a way, I think we're very similar. And I think that's why we fought a lot also growing up, is because we're very similar. Because I'm very stubborn. And I know for a fact.
You may forgot, but I was here. I raised you.
Yeah. And you were stubborn as hell.
Never.
Oh, really? That's crazy. Yeah.
That's
spoken like a
impossible.
true stubborn person. Yeah.
Never
So you're
happened.
stubborn.
It's just that I was right. I was your dad.
Okay.
That's the problem.
All
okay?
right. And you know what, Dad? You kind of old now. So I'm over here and I'm
Who's
like,
old?
yeah. I'm like,
You
in
crazy?
my mind, I'm like, holy shit, I need to become,
This is
we
so
need to make it
wholesome.
right. Because
Uh-huh.
if I don't, I'm going to regret this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I came back and I knocked on that door and
here we are.
here we are. Austin, he called me like the moment I left here.
Yeah.
And I just cried on the phone. I was just like, I just spoke to my dad, man. Like, I'm crying right now. I was like, I just called my dad. I haven't spoken to my dad in so long.
Big baby, just like when you were a kid. It's okay though. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh,
It's okay.
it was one of the most important moments of my life, I think. Thank you for being a part of this video.
Absolutely. It's
I
my-
love you.
I love you. It's my pleasure.
We did it.
We did it.
Easy
Very
peasy
good.
lemon squeezy, Dad. I knew we could do it.
Okay, we did it.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Ugh. What an incredibly powerful message, one that we should all take to heart and we should all learn from, especially those of us who have troubled relationships with our parents, with our siblings, with a close family member that perhaps at one time you were incredibly close. And I think as we grow and as we age, and if you come from a broken family, and you know, there are sometimes feelings that arise from that of just, I don't know, it's hard to explain, especially if you haven't come from a family like that. But then, you know, you grow into your teen years and you're learning who you are becoming, and you're learning your own mind, your own thoughts, your own emotions. And it's a very incredibly hard time because we are so jam-packed full of hormones going everywhere and all over the place. And if you're specifically like one of your parents, like hard-headed, stubborn, then you're gonna have that kind of relationship, I think, with the parent that is similar. And it's gonna be hard, and it's gonna lead you down a path. Now, do you take the path of not speaking to them ever again because you butted heads so much that you just can't work things out? Or do you take a step back, take a break away, and then come back to them? I don't know whether that should be 10 years like Will was here. That's a very long time to go without speaking to somebody. But I mean, he obviously had his reasons. And just seeing them at the end and seeing his dad console him and hug him and say welcome back. Like, because we don't know our parents' struggles either. Like, they raise us and they raise us to the best of their ability. They don't have a handbook. They're growing up and learning too. And maybe they've had a traumatic childhood or just parents that were equally harsh to them. And there's got to be a moment within that where you break the cycle and you don't continue on this circle of trauma. You break that and you hopefully guide your children in a better direction. And that's incredibly hard to do because sometimes we just fall back on what we know, what we've grown up with. Oh, yeah. Another Lorna Shore song that just completely broke my heart. But I am so happy for Will and for his dad, for them to be able to reconcile and now to hopefully build on a relationship. And whatever time they have left, they can build that together and move forward together. You know, this is such an incredible lesson. And it's such an incredible performance from the whole band. I mean, yeah. So deeply thought-provoking and just one that we have to learn from. We do. Again, I just want to reinstate that there are moments where people just don't deserve you, or they don't deserve your love or your affection, or to reconcile with them because they are narcissistic, they are toxic, and they will never learn. Whereas I think in this sort of situation, it's somewhat different. It's that, you know, growing up from a young child into being a teen and trying to find out who you are, all the while combating against your parents, because that's what you do as a teen, you know. And sometimes it gets to the point where things just go shitty and they go wrong and you end up not having much of a relationship. But as an adult, we can take our time to reflect on that and to be like, well, I mean, are they really that bad? Like, are they really the asshole I've pinned them out to be? And most of the times they are not. They just are trying to learn. And yeah, they're growing with you too. You know, they only have this life, and they're only experiencing this life as we do as well, if that makes sense. But anyway, I am already almost 27 minutes into this reaction. Holy cow. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. I just want to take a moment to thank all of my incredible Patreons. You can find all of my full album reactions over there. You can find the link for that right here or down below in the description. But don't forget to like and subscribe to become a Taurian. Speaking of becoming a Taurian, all of my social media links and my Discord link are down below in the description. We'd absolutely love to have you come hang out in the Discord community. And I will see you guys in the next video. Rock on.